Hey, 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 it's the Pacific Northwest zombie movie lover here. And I'm here to look at a Christmas zombie movie, I guess. I'll be looking at 2016, or is it 2024's Zombies Christmas Apocalypse. Now, when this movie opens, we see this guy. I guess he's like a baseball player. And he's going to be signed by Pro Team, the Twins. I forget what city they're out of. I really am not in touch. I used to watch a lot of baseball and don't watch any more baseball anymore, so I forget what state's what. Or what city's what. Anyways, he goes to this bar. I guess his woman runs or whatever. And he tells her the news, and he says he wants to be with her. He wants to marry her, pulls out the ring. She says yes. They're all happy. They're leaving, and we see this guy leaning up against the wall, and they notice him. I guess he's supposed to be a zombie, but he looks more like some kind of emo kid who follows them. Only when he goes, the baseball guy goes to confront them, he's attacked. Then another zombie comes and attacks him. Then another one. She gets bit. His fiance gets bit. She dies. He gets pissed, grabs a baseball bat that says zombies, starts cracking skulls. Cops show up. He wants to know what's going on. Baseball player turns around. There's a pool of blood where his fiance used to be. She's gone. You can pretty much signaling that she's become a zombie, and she just stumbled off. And then he's arrested, and the cops are like, okay, send the mortician, man. We need some, we got some stuff going on. Send them. And then they see one of the people, I guess the baseball player beat up, walks in front of car or bully, then walks off. And cop goes, send everybody. We get the opening credits, and then we get the scene. We get the opening credits, everything, who's in it. And we see, zombies Christmas Apocalypse. And then we see this guy, Luke, who's in a jail cell and with somebody who's sick, who we see as the baseball player, who apparently has been affected. And here we're hearing all these explosions and gunshots outside. Then a zombie stumbles in, and then Tony Todd, has Detective Simmons, comes in, saves the day, and he goes to get him out of the cell, but the baseball player's like, leave me here, I'm gonna turn. And then we go to sometime later, and we find that Luke, they're operating out of this, I don't know, precinct. I guess this is a jail cell. I don't know if it's a courthouse or if it's the police station, but they're operating out of there. They're looking for survivors. They send Luke out. Luke comes across this old man sitting on a porch. He's like, well, I can take you to, we got this place we can be safe. He's like, no, man, I just paid this place off. I ain't leaving it. And they're like, well, the guy goes, what about zombies? Got my shotgun. Ends up, doing his, eventually ends up doing his patrol. Finds a woman who's wounded. Tells him about some other woman who's took a shelter in some old law firm, who stabbed her. But basically, what this woman in this law firm does, she wounds people and throws them to the zombies. So he decides he's gonna go see what's going on. He goes to these tunnels and he finds this place. Finds out he knows the woman. He knows the woman in the law firm, named Holly Haley, something like that. She's got an eye patch and stuff. And they talk. I guess the woman's a bit out of her gore. She goes, I'll go with you. I'll just let me through the tunnels. Only ends up being a trap. For some reason, the zombies won't attack her. Well, they'll attack him. And she leaves him to the zombies. So, eventually, because of these tunnels, the zombies are able to get to where they are, kill some people, and they have to go deal with the zombies. 1 minute. I took out my throat. Tea. Eventually, after the zombies are able to get through the tunnel to where they are, they seal it, but they send him through. First, they send him through to go deal with the zombies. He finds her and confronts her, and she's nuts. And just like, why are you doing this? She takes the eye patch off. She's some kind of like weird humanoid zombie hybrid because she's got like a zombie eye, and that makes it so the zombies will leave her alone. She's safe. But he fights the zombies, fights her, and then kills her. Anyways, he ends up coming across the woman he's in love with, and decides he's going to leave to go be with her. I'll go help her and her dad out. But they end up apparently dealing with super zombies because he hears some kind of roar. Anyways, so they have to, he's having to help her, he's having to help her dad, deal with the zombies. I don't know if they ever kind of say what the roar is. The reason why I say I don't know, this follows in with the whole Christmas thing and the whole, is it 2016? Or is it 2025? Sorry, 2024. The filmmaker, I guess the writer-director, here, originally filmed and released this movie in 2016 under the name of Zombies. Wow. 12 years later, I guess he decided to film some new scenes and name it Zombies Christmas Apocalypse. How does the Christmas come in? At the beginning, you see snow. You see it again at the end. The rest of the movie looks like it might be fall time because you see a lot of leaves. And when he talks to the old man on the porch, you see some pumpkins. I want to call them fresh pumpkins, but they're pretty good shape. So I'm thinking this is probably more taking place around fall time. So he filmed, I think the movie was about an hour and 27 minutes or so, and he filmed about almost 30 minutes more footage. And I guess I'm supposed to tie it into Christmas. I guess I decided snow here, snow there, that will say Christmas. I'm sorry, to me, snow says winter, not necessarily Christmas. But I guess that's how they kind of, say it's a Christmas zombie movie. The look of the zombies, well, the first zombie you see is that emo one. Later they do appear much better as just standard run-of-the-mill zombies. No real gore. I think the closest it gets when the woman gets bit on the neck at the beginning. The rest is just run-of-the-mill stuff. There's a compound machine, those machines that use to chop stuff up, that gets used in it, but you don't really see zombies being done. This is a run-of-the-mill zombie movie that somebody that filmed up here again decided to dress up with some snow scenes as a Christmas movie. If you like Tony Todd, he only has a few scenes in it, but still, it's Tony Todd, the late Tony Todd. So, if you're a fan of Tony Todd's work and you like to watch his movies, again, he's only got a few scenes. And he's at the beginning and a little few scenes throughout it, and then towards the end. But yeah, if you like Tony Todd, Tony Todd was, he was in the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead, did an awesome job. So it's cool to see him in another zombie movie. Cool to see him in a movie, period. Sorry, a dry throat. If you see this movie, tell me what you guys think. We have to give you guys some honesty. I don't really care for Christmas themed horror movies. A few years ago, I did on my main channel, I did Echo Krampus month, and with exception maybe one or two, all of them were bad. I like maybe 3 or 4 horror themed Christmas movies. And the rest I find to be some god awful stuff. And there's actually one I might review. We'll call this Zombi Krampus month. If I can I survive Zombi Krampus month? If I can, there's one I might end up doing that. It's from a studio who I hate with a passion. But anyways, again, if you've seen this movie, tell me what you think. I will put in the link. I'll put the link, because Zombies, the 2016 one, is on Tubi, and I believe the other one is on YouTube, so I'll put both movies, links to the movies, in the description for you guys to watch, and maybe you can compare them. But anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest zombie movie lover, Echo Zombie. Stay warm, stay safe, and no more trying to take a 12-year-old movie and put snow scenes in it. So you can call it the Christmas movie. Toodaloo.